PC. Oh my god. PC.
Yeah.
It's raining. Would it be raining all day?
It might.
PC. It's
So what do you think? Staying inside a good idea? Yeah.
So they will go.
And it's just pouring and come down pretty good. She's not too sure. She's like, what is this? Where's my sunshine? Good morning. Good rainy, miserable, cloudy kind of Thursday. If you're having a cup of coffee or tea, cheers. Here's to a wonderful day. It is pouring up there. I'm glad I don't have to go anywhere today. Knock on wood. Hopefully that doesn't change. Yeah. Lois was a no-go going onto the steps. She did not venture out onto the steps. She was like, yeah, no, I'm good. She's just going to sleep the day away. And I think that's a pretty good plan. Yeah. And whatever snow we have left on the ground, it's going to be gone and replaced with mud. It's going to get muddy up there, so that's the only downside. Yeah, mud, yeah. So we kept Henry home for one more day. He is doing a lot better. He is more himself, more energy, and he's eating more, which is good. If this is your first time watching, he went to the doctor yesterday. He got strep throat, so yeah, not fun. So he's on antibiotics. But we kept him home because he could still be contagious because he just started taking his antibiotics yesterday afternoon. And when you have strep throat, I googled it. I figured like he could be contagious because he just started taking his antibiotics, but I googled it just in case. And when you just start when you just start taking the antibiotics, you can still be contagious for 24 to 48 hours. So just to be safe, he's staying home, and the antibiotics, I know they take like 3 to 5 days to kick in and do their job. So yeah, so that's where we are with him. And it's been one crazy week with him not being well, and then we figured out what it was, and I had my suspicions. My suspicions. The coffee hasn't kicked in yet, so words are not going to come out. Yeah, because like when a sore throat sticks around for more than like a day or two, it's like, and yeah, I threw out all the toothbrushes. I put new ones out. I'm going to have to replenish my stash of toothbrushes now. Go to, maybe see a Dollar Tree sometimes has good ones, and Dollarama maybe. See how much they are. Maybe a little bit cheaper than Walmart. But I will get the boys' electric ones because I had to throw out an electric toothbrush. I think it was near the end though. It had to be replaced. So I'll just buy new ones for them. Yeah, but it's nice to have your regular toothbrush just for a backup, just in case. For times like these. Yeah. So he, excuse me, Kermit, back in my throat. So he's taking the medication twice a day. He took it this morning. He takes it with water. He has to take 16 millimeters. So he doesn't want to drink it from the little plastic cup that they give you. He wants to drink it from the syringe. Well, my syringe only goes up to 15. Sorry, not 15, 10 millimeters. So I measure it up in a cup, and I just, syringe it, and it's about a full syringe and half a syringe. So yeah, I'm like, that's a lot. But he's doing good taking it so far, and only one more time today, which will probably be maybe sometime in the afternoon. And yeah, only 8 more days after today. I know. Yeah, but yeah, so that's good. He's feeling better, and we'll just finish up his antibiotics, and then we're looking pretty good. And no more sickness. Like, that's it. Yeah, last night we had chicken breast. I cut up the chicken breast in half with my electric knife, and I mixed up a little bit of barbecue sauce and the sweet chili sauce together, and I just fried them up in the frying pan. And I did half a piece of chicken that was El Plano for Taco and Lois because they love chicken. And we also had Brussels sprouts. So Casey likes Brussels sprouts and the hubby likes Brussels sprouts. Henry and I did not like Brussels sprouts. And I discovered that Casey liked the Brussels sprouts last Thanksgiving when we were at my mom and dad's, and he wanted to try them. And Casey is one that will try anything at least once to see if he likes it or not. You know, he's really good like that. And he liked them, so I bought some, I think a couple of weeks ago, and just forgot that I forgot they were in the freezer until I was cleaning up the freezer. And it's like, oh, because like, you know, stuff gets shoved right in front of other stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, I forgot about this. So I cooked some up, and I'm like, shit, I wonder if Taco, our hamster, will like Brussels sprouts. I know she doesn't like broccoli cooked. She likes broccoli raw. So I was like thinking, okay, there's no way because it's cooked. You know, she's not going to like this. So I gave her some with her chicken. And Lois had some with her dinner. She had chicken with her dinner. And she ate the chicken before she ate her cat food. And Taco ate the Brussels sprout. She picked the Brussels sprout before the chicken. So, and she was like just going crazy. She was loving it. And I'm like, all right, well, you are definitely Casey's hamster because he likes Brussels sprouts and you know, he likes waffles and pancakes, and so does Taco, and he likes blackberries, and so does Taco. And the only thing that Casey likes that Taco doesn't like is kiwi. That's it. You know, but everything else they like. So yeah, and then before I went to bed, I saw her finishing it up, and they were baby Brussels sprouts, so they're a perfect size for her. You can like find like a really small one in the bunch, and it's the perfect size for a hamster. So I guess I'll be buying Brussels sprouts more often. Yeah, but it was just so funny just watching her go, you know, chow down on it. Like, whoa, this is the best thing ever. What is this? You know? She was happy. Yeah. And I have leftovers for dinner tonight, so the microwave does the cooking. I might just cook up some rice because we had baked potato with it yesterday. So I think I'll just cook up some rice and that's all I gotta do. So easy peasy, my kind of dinner. Yeah. Yeah, and it was quick, you know, like 3-4 minutes on each side, you know, because you cut them in half, and I just love getting 2 meals of chicken breast. Yeah, I love it. And it's so good. So is this coffee. I know, I'm like halfway done. Yep. When I watched my next Disney movies, I watched, what's it called? Treasure Planet. So it's pretty much like Treasure Island, but it's a sci-fi adaptation of Treasure Planet. So that takes place in space. So that one was good. That was a different, you know, different storyline for Treasure Island. Yeah, so that one was good. And that one didn't really do good in the box office. But I know that one has a pretty good fan base. A lot of people like that movie, and maybe it was just before its time. I don't know, but I enjoyed it. It was good. There was like, you know, you had your humans and you had your creatures. And then I watched 101 Dalmatians 2, another sequel. I'm not very excited when it comes to watching the sequels. I'm not. Because some sequels, it's like, why? This did not have to be made. No, they could have skipped this one. You know, it's just, not every movie needs a sequel. And like, it was cute. I think I did enjoy it more than I thought I would. It was about Patch, and the family was getting ready to move to the plantation, more room for them to roam, and he just, you know, Patch got tired of being ignored, you know, because you have 101 dogs, puppies, you know, yeah, you're gonna feel like you're getting ignored. So he gets left behind. Okay, doesn't it sound familiar? Kevin! But he goes and he meets his hero from the dog show. Oh no, I can't think of his name. But he goes and meets him, and you know, because he knows like every episode like down to like every move, and like he just knows that like every episode is memorized. And so but oh, what is his name? I'm gonna have to look it up. Oh, I just watched it a couple of nights ago. I just looked it up quick, and I was thinking this Thunderbolt. I'm like, but then I was like second guessing myself, because I'm like, no, is that his sidekick? Because he had a sidekick, but his sidekick is, I think, Little Lightning. So, no. Yeah, so Thunderbolt, because it's all about him, and his sidekick kind of wants to be in the spotlight, so he tells him.
What's that?
Sidekick?
What's that?
Like Batman and Robin?
Watch Batman.
Robin is Batman's sidekick. And so he tells Thunderbolt that, oh, you're being replaced by a younger pup, because they're holding these auditions to see who like barked the loudest, and you know, Thunderbolt, or the dog who was trying out, and he was like, oh, they're replacing you. And he's like, oh, that's why they're holding these auditions. Well, I'll show them. I'll go find somebody who needs saving, and there'll be a reporter, and they'll capture it, and they won't want to let me go. But like Little Lightning just wanted his spotlight. That was it. So he was like, you know, lying to him. And then like the only thing was like, it was kind of the same plot as the first one, because Cruella de Vil was out on probation, and she paid the two her two, I guess, minions, you know, henchmen. She paid their bail, and she wanted, yeah, you know, she was her old self. She wanted their spots again. And I was like, oh, really? Like, that's
like, what movie is that?
101 Dalmatians 2. And it's like, that's the best you can do for a second movie, you know? And
but it was all the old days.
yes, 2000 and I think 3. I think 2003.
I thought it came out in 1990s.
No, I'm in the early 2000s now. Yeah, moving up on the list.
But where the Pirates of the Caribbean?
Pirates of the Caribbean is coming up pretty soon.
Like, what year did the movie come out?
That was in the early 2000s. Yeah.
No, what year did the last one come out?
I don't know what year the last one came out. I don't think I watched the last one. Or did I? No, I could have.
But why did they replace the
Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
Because they don't know what they're doing. And that was their biggest mistake.
Then who's playing the new
And
one?
the newer one that I think they're still working on.
But is Johnny Depp playing the new one?
Because
But is Johnny Depp playing the new one?
I don't know, because Johnny Depp that said that he would never go back because of the way that Disney treated them, and he's right, he shouldn't go back because they didn't treat him right. They took, you know, I don't know, how do you put it nicely? they took, you know, it's, you know, her, you know, it starts with an A. They took her side and they didn't listen to his side, and it's like there's two stories, you know. Don't jump to conclusions. How about you go and listen to his side and look at the evidence? Like, yeah, but that was their big boo-boo. They messed up on that. Yeah, but anyways, back to 101 Dalmatians. But it was just like, you couldn't think of, you know, a different plot, you know. So she ended up pup napping the puppies again, figuring out where they were on the plantation, and Patch found them out through the call, you know, the dog call. They bark at each other, and they went, Patch and Thunderbolt went to go save them, and then Patch found out that, oh, he's just an actor, you know, and then he kind of felt like let down, that he was lied to, that, oh, you're just an actor, and you're just, you know, trying to help me to get into the papers. But they made up, and both of them end up rescuing the pups. So it was cute. It was just like, it's just pretty much the same one. Like, it's the same, you know, it's like, this is what happened in the first one. She went after the puppies, and then the puppies escaped, you know, but it was still good. I did enjoy it more than I thought I would. Yeah, because there's just some sequels I don't really enjoy. Like Cinderella 2, I did not enjoy that one. And Cinderella 3, I know that one. I know I have watched that one like a long time ago. I haven't rewatched it yet, but you know, it's just some remakes don't have to be remade. And speaking of remaking, I hear they're doing another Toy Story. I'm like, why? Like, stop. Like, this is what I don't like. It's when they try to keep going and they try to make as much money as they can. You know, it's like you're sucking it dry. Like, just stop. It should have ended at Toy Story 3, okay? We all thought it was going to end at Toy Story 3. We all thought they were going to die in that fire. That's what we thought. It was like, well, this is really a depressing kids movie, you know? But that's what we thought, right? And then we found out that the alien toys, you know, rescued them with the claw. Oh, the claw. And it's like, okay, we kind of have a happy ending, but it's kind of a bittersweet happy ending because Andy's all grown up and the toys go to Bonnie, and it's like, that's where it should have ended, okay? But I had to go do Toy Story 4, which, you know, I did enjoy Toy Story 4, even with the creepy dummy dolls, you know, because the way they walked, they were creepy, but in the creepy antique store. But it's just, stop it. Do not become Shrek. Do not become Shrek, because, oh god, Shrek's not doing number 5, are they? I hope not. Because Shrek 4, it was just awful. Like, it's my least favorite of all the Shreks, you know? It's like, just stop while you're ahead, you know? Like, stop. Like, but they try and get more money, you know, and it's awful. Like, think of something new. Oh, there's an idea. Think of something new. Is a well all dried? You have no new ideas? Like, anyways, but yeah, those are my next 2 movies. I'm gonna finish this cup of coffee, and I haven't been able to really watch ER, so this week I've been kind of like, what do I do? You know, because usually I go to school, I have my second cup of coffee, I get something to eat, I watch 2 episodes of ER, and I'm good, and then I start, you know, doing whatever I have to do. And I haven't been able to do that. I did watch the very last episode of season 8 and the first episode at nighttime when, like, okay, I can sneak upstairs and watch it because everybody's down here doing their own thing and we're good, so I can sneak away. And season 8 ended with like a contagious disease, and it kind of reminded me, like, oh, is this how it was with COVID? Yeah, like, yeah. There was like just a contagious disease. It was monkeypox, and they're trying to contain it. And it's like, oh, and then I totally forgot, because if you watched ER originally, you know what happens to Dr. Romano, okay? You know. And me thinking I know what happens, how it happens, and it was about to happen, but it didn't dawn on me that it was about to happen, okay, because they were on the roof, okay, because they were evacuating every patient from the hospital, and this was I think the first episode, or was it this? No, I think it was the last episode of season 8. And there's a helicopter. But me thinking that this isn't going to happen until like maybe season 10 or 11. And then I'm watching it like I was watching it for the first time. And I still went, you know, because he went, like, what were you thinking? You know, he went and grabbed the clipboard and he's by the helicopter and at the tail end and he loses an arm, and it's like, oh my god, Romano, what are you doing? You know, and Romano is a character you love and you hate, because he is not the nicest of doctors, but he does have his kind moments where, oh, maybe you do have a heart, but then turns right back into a tin man, you know, without a heart. Like, he's back to his old self. So that's what I mean. It's like you kind of love him at moments, and then you don't love him at moments. But I know he eventually got written off because there was no use for a surgeon with one arm. I don't know what happens. I forget. That's why watching it. This was 20 plus years ago. So, but right now he's in rehab. So I don't think he has full mobility of his arm. So because I did reattach it. And I remember that because there's certain scenes you remember from ER. Certain scenes just stick in your head. And I remember that because I remember I was in college at the time, and my friend also watched ER. And I remember talking to her about it the next day, and she wasn't like phased by it at all. She didn't think it was that very good. She didn't think it was a good scene, or it's like, and I was like, what the heck is wrong with you? Like, were you watching the same show? Like, what the hell? And we're not friends anymore, not because of that, but we just drifted apart, and she became a different person. So that happens, and God brings in other people that are meant to be in your life, and other people are taken out because they're not meant to be in your life. So but I just remember that thinking like, what the heck? Like, what do you mean? It was really good. It was traumatic. You need to watch it again. And I remember the classroom, and I remember like, it's so funny what your brain decides to hold on to. And it's like, yeah. I remember what class. Yeah, it was a class that we liked, the teacher that we liked, because we also had a teacher nobody liked. Actually, we had a couple of teachers that we didn't like in college. Oh, yeah. But, yeah, anyways, this is another chit-chatty vlog. I'm going to drink this, probably grab another cup, and, I have to make a shopping list. I gotta do that, so I'll do that sometime today. And yeah, anyways, I hope everyone is staying dry if it's raining where you are, or staying warm if it's cold. It is kind of mild. Yesterday was mild. Yesterday when we went to the doctors, I could have just worn this. It was like that warm. I didn't have to wear my coat. I could have just worn this, so it was nice for a change. Mild weather. And yeah, hopefully that just means early spring, because signing me up, early spring. 3, 2, 1. You ready for an early spring? Yeah, she is. She's like, heck yes. Did you come out for a snack? You want some English muffin with peanut butter? Oh, I think that's a yes. There you go. Is that good? Bon appetit, spoiled hamster. Yummy, yummy. Okay, you enjoy. I'm gonna try and just end this vlog because it's long enough. So it took me about an hour and a half to clean, sweep and mop and wipe down the big appliances. Now the fridge was already done. I already did that. I just had to do like right by where the stove is. When I pulled out the fridge, that's the only part of the fridge I had to wipe down. And finding those pizza pans, okay, those pizza pans, I thought, because I couldn't find them, I thought, okay, well, I must have thrown them away, okay, that's it, I threw them away, okay, the pizza pans, you know, that you put your pizza on, and there they were, underneath the stove. So you never know what you will find underneath your big appliances. It's a treasure. Now, mind you, they're in the garbage now because I'm just going to replace some. They're, you know, yeah, it's time for new ones. So when I go to a dollar store, I will pick up a couple more. But mystery solved. Mystery solved. That's where they were, underneath the stove. The stove was holding them hostage. I don't know why, but I know, it's like, oh yeah, because I had a moment and I saw them and I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me, you know, yeah. So it felt great to get all this done, and it was that kind of weather, you know, it was gloomy, it was wet. The sun is out now, the sun is out shining, doing its thing, but it just came out behind the clouds. So, but it felt good, you know, it was that kind of day just to do cleaning, yeah. And everything is nice and spick and span. Everybody got a nice spring cleaning, a good wipe down. So let's keep it that way, if only we could. Yeah, so the kitchen is almost done. I just have to wipe the counters, clean the sink, get behind the sink, wipe my cupboards down. The cupboards aren't too bad. I do see a few, you know, dirty fingerprints by the handles. So I gotta do that, but I'll do that next week. I don't have to declutter the cupboards because I did that last summer, so I don't need to do that again. So that is nice. What you drop? Anyways, I'm going to say a good night because I know this video is long enough. Bye from Henry. Oh, my calendar. The mop was knocking it to the side. Yeah. But before I go, I'll show you the chicken. We have just enough for leftovers tonight. So really good. First time mixing barbecue sauce with sweet chili sauce, and it was really good. Gave the barbecue sauce a little extra kick. And I still have some for Taco and Lois tonight. Yeah, and I'll probably do Brussels sprouts, so she'll be one happy hamster. Yeah. Spoiled and happy. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's it. Got that accomplished. Check off the list, and when I'm done with the kitchen, the back area is up next. Yes. To clean and declutter, because I'm going from room to room and everything is still looking pretty good. I'm able to keep up with it. And next, after this back area room, I'll be heading upstairs. So, yep, looking good. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Take care, be blessed. And, oh, I watched the Jungle Book 2, before I forget. I started watching it last night, so I had to finish, I think, the last, I don't know, 45 minutes maybe. So this sequel was actually pretty cute. This one I don't mind watching. I wouldn't mind watching it again. This is like, if I had a list, okay, which Disney sequels that I like and don't like, which ones I would watch again, which ones I wouldn't watch again. Like if it was on a list of options to choose from, I would choose to watch this one. I would watch it again. It was cute. It was, you got to see Mowgli in his village with his adoptive family, and he had to choose between living in the village or living in the jungle, and it was really cute. And John Goodman. John Goodman was the voice. He has done so many voices. Like,
is he still alive?
yes, he's still alive.
Like, does he still do them?
I think so. He does Sully and Mike.
Like, how old is he?
I'm not sure. He does Sully in dinosaurs. Oh my gosh, Monsters Inc. Why did I say dinosaurs? Because you have a dinosaur on your shirt. Okay. Mom needs coffee. So yeah, he does like a lot of voices, and he voiced the bear. What's the bear's name? Oh, I'm so tired. I need more coffee. Baloo. I had to think about it. Baloo. Like, you know when it's at the tip of your tongue and you just can't think of it, and it's like, I know this, I should know it. Yeah, Baloo. But he voiced Baloo, and it's like, wait a minute, I recognize that voice. Yeah, and he also voiced a character in Empire's New Groove, and yeah, and a few other movies. So very talented actor. Yeah. So yeah, I finished that. It was kind of cute, and I would definitely watch that. I think it was like I think out of the Disney sequels that I watched, this one tops the list of my favorites. Yeah, before Peter Pan Returns to Neverland was on that top list, but that gets bumped down one. And Jungle Book 2 is number 1 because it was just really, really good. And he went into the jungle, and there were a couple of village kids that followed him, were looking for him, and they were always told not to cross the river because on the other side of the river was the jungle. So you're only allowed to get water, and that's it. You come back. But they went because Shere Khan is looking for him, and he went into the village, and so Baloo came, got Mowgli because he was missing him, and then they followed him, and Shere Khan was trying to find Mowgli, and then the village people, the adoptive parents, were looking for Mowgli, and it was just so cute at the end because the adoptive father, because Mowgli was like, I'm so sorry, like I should not have done that, but he was like, I'm sorry, like, I'm sorry, because I should have known that the jungle is part of you. I was like, dang you, Disney. So it was a cute movie, yeah. Alright, this is all enough. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, be blessed, and as always, ta-ta for now. Bye!